Robin, looking at Virat Kohli's 100, fair to say it was never a question of if he will reach, it was always going to be when.
Yep, it was always about when it's going to happen. And you saw it today, as in on a difficult track that was not easy to bat on. I'm quite surprised the track in Eden Gardens was a really grafty one, but kudos to the master. I think just the way he batted, the way he held his nerve, the way he read the wicket, the way he batted through those middle overs, something only the caliber of a Virat Kohli can do, and do it repeatedly over a period of years, what better way to equal the record of Sachin Tendulkar than on his birthday? It's an incredible moment for him.
Fair to say a lot of pressure is going to be off him. I know that he revels in pressure situations, but surely because there was so much talk, it would be weighing heavily on his mind. Once he gets to now that 49th 100 record equaling 100, a lot of pressure off his shoulders.
I don't think he thinks personally so much about the hundreds, and I think once you get that many, I think you tend to believe that it's just a matter of time. So I don't know if it'll be pressure off his back, but it'll be a proud moment for him for sure. I think he'd be very proud of the fact that he was able to do what he did and score 100 along the way for his country against one of the best side in this World Cup today. And I think he'll be very proud of himself. And I think when the match is over and he sits back in his room, he'll go back in time thinking about when he began, and he'll be able to touch bases on a lot of milestones and be very grateful for this moment. And rightfully so, as in he deserves it for all the work that he's put in over the years. He absolutely deserves to cherish this moment and many more that he's going to experience over the years.
One, Robin, it is, of course, a record equaling 100, but you always want to look at each 100 in terms of the quality that it produced. What did you make of the 100 today, keeping in mind the conditions, the oppositions, in fact, even the occasion being a World Cup game at the Eden Gardens?
Well, a momentous one, to be honest. I think just the way he paced his innings was great. He played. It was always going to be difficult, right? And I think after the 10 overs, after you saw the spinners bowling between 10 and 20, and then 20 and 30, you saw the wicket and you felt like this partnership between Shreyas Iyer and Virat Kohli is going to be so crucial for India to get to 200, 325 to between 320 and 340. And you wanted to score that much at Eden Gardens, given the fact that dew is going to play a factor. It hasn't come yet, but it certainly could. And when it does come, it can change the complexion of the game, can change the complexion of the wicket, the way the ball comes onto the bat can change. So you wanted that score, and to be able to score that, I think he used the cognizance that was present there while he batted was tremendous. I thought the fact that he understood that for a new batter, it's not going to be easy. They're going to take some time to get in, get set, get that body used to the pace of the wicket, and then score the runs. And so he had to wait, and he had to not take too many risks. And you saw that. The risks were minimal today, played to the merit of the ball, did what was available and possible based on the wicket that was available today. And the fact that he's got that flexibility in his game to be able to play that range is what makes him, I think, the greatest ODI batter to have ever played.
Oh, that's very interesting. I'm going to take that question to Harbhajan Singh as well. Harbhajan, before I get into the greatest ODI batter ever, it's his birthday, Virat Kohli's birthday. Usually, birthdays are occasions where you receive gifts. But is it fair to say that he, in fact, has given a gift to everyone, every cricket lover, with the record that he's just equaled?
Well, 100%. First of all, congratulations to not just to Virat Kohli, to his parents, to everyone who played with him, and to the whole nation, who loves watching him bat. Of course, Virat Kohli have given probably the biggest gift. This was on the card, and it didn't happen in the previous game in Mumbai, but now it was supposed to happen on his birthday. So, by all means, yes, this is probably the biggest gift he have given to the whole nation. Scoring 49th 100, and he's got many more to come. He's a champion player, and he's very young, and he's probably the fittest in the team. Even though he's 34, 35, I don't know how old actually he is today, but he looks like 25-year-old guy, and he's probably the fastest, and he's going to break many more records. And he's the one actually who deserves lot many records and going forward.
Okay, just to let you know, Harbhajan and our viewers as well, it is his 35th birthday today. But on that subject, Harbhajan, as Robin mentioned there, the greatest ODI batter of all time, he says, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, in his era, I would say not all time. All time means when the cricket started from. I think from the time he's been playing, definitely he's at number one from the day he started until today. As Robin was mentioning, he after the game probably when he'll get a chance to reflect back to his journey from the first game and where he is today. Obviously be very, very proud. And of course, it just doesn't come, these records just doesn't come like that to anyone. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of things goes behind the scenes and a lot of sacrifice, where you stay away from your families, which is a very, very tough kind of thing. So, I mean, in his era where he played cricket, he was by far the best batsman, simple as that.
Okay, one final question with you, Harbhajan. Before we let you go, he needs to join our sister channel, AajTak. But one final question, because I've already spoken to Robin about his knock today. I'm looking at his strike rate around 83. We know mostly when he gets his 100, he's about the 100, strike rate mark. He usually touches that. In fact, sometimes goes past it as well. Would you put it down to the conditions that were there on the ground today?
Yeah, see, knowing Virat Kohli, and his commitment towards the team, he see the team first rather than his individual scores. So, this wicket, as Robin must have mentioned, in his previous answer, that this wicket got down slow, and it wasn't that easy for newcomers to come in and start playing Stokes. You have seen likes of Surya also struggled a bit, and then otherwise Surya is a very free-flowing kind of a batsman, and so is KL Rahul. So it wasn't that easy for a new batter to come in and score runs, and that's why Virat had to be there till the end and to get the right score on the board. And I think this is brilliant to see. He adapting to the situation rather than trying to do something out of context. So he played beautifully, and let's just celebrate his 100. I think a lot of people would still feel that if someone else get 100 in 130, 140 balls, we'll still praise him. But when Virat Kohli gets 100 in 120 balls, we feel that he's played a little slower. No, I believe that he played the condition and he played for the team.
Robin, let's take a macro look at Virat Kohli's ODI career. What is that one standout quality that makes him very different from other ODI batters, you reckon? Is it his ability to convert a lot of his good starts into hundreds, the frequency by which he reaches 100, or is it his ability to chase down big totals? What's it that makes him unique, special?
Well, I'll have to put it down to a couple of things. One is his conviction and his clarity in his mind with his process. I think these are the two things that helps him achieve everything that he does on the cricket field. I think as a human being, he's got a lot of conviction in his dreams, in his goals, and the standards that he sets for himself, and he holds himself to a very high standard, irrespective of whether it's his batting, his processes, his fielding, his intensity. His fitness, you can just go through a score of stuff. I think you can see it spilling over on and off the field as well. And that the clarity that he's got with it, right, in this process, and he's very clear as to how he approaches one-day cricket. He kind of, I think, a couple of years into international cricket, after he got his first 100 or a couple of hundreds, he kind of figured out what his template was going to be, and he tried to stay within that template. And I think the biggest secret for him is how he plays those middle overs. He plays low risk cricket, keeps it very simple, very boring. He has mastered the art of playing that boring middle phase of one-day cricket, and which has actually helped him become so successful as an ODI cricketer. And I think the fact that his convictions also, I remember listening to one of his interviews where he said, every time I saw, India chasing down a score and losing and falling short, he always went back and before he went to sleep, visualized how he was going to be in that situation, in that chase, and then win that match for India. And then, when you do that kind of stuff and you're obsessed about that stuff from a very young age, and there's a single-minded focus towards it, you kind of tend to see that unfolding in your real life, over a period of time. And that's what he's done. He's used that conviction and applied that and had that application of that process, because the clarity of mind with that process. And that, I think, has been the two things that has made him so successful.